December 22nd, 2009, there was an accident, and our daughter Haley, then 11 months old, was in critical condition, and rushed to the hospital. And for the next 2 days, fought her little heart out, and on Christmas Eve 2009 went to be with the Lord. My initial reaction was disbelief. Not something I don't think I was able to initially even comprehend or accept that this was me and this was really happening.
I came to a point where I was scared that I might lose my faith. Just the things that Satan was trying to take away from me. The biggest question that he put in my mind was, why do you think that God loves you? And he took away the thing that you love the most.
What was going on with me spiritually was struggling to try to do some of the most basic things right. I can remember it just being absolutely overpowering, just more than I thought than anybody ought to be asked to bear.
I didn't see how anyone would ever make sense of not wanting to go on. Before any of this happened to us, I never really thought, well, how could that ever be an option? And just temporarily forget all of the good things that you have and all of the things that you have to look forward to, and just focus on something negative.
There were times when I really just had a hard time wondering if I would ever get to a point where I just felt okay again. Not great, just okay.
And sometimes you get, mixed up, and you're like, feel like you're being punished. Like, am I being punished, God? What am I doing wrong? Was I not doing what you wanted me to do? What do you want me to do different? I'm trying so hard. I was trying so hard. So what do you want me to do different? Is there something I'm doing wrong?
There was a point where I can remember just being just downright angry. In self-pity thought, whatever happened to me is not fair. But fairness is something that none of us want if we look at the big picture. I don't understand everything. I don't understand why. It is absolutely not the choice I would have made, how to work stuff out, but I have to hold on to the fact that God's bigger than us, and He's got a plan that's bigger than what I can see, feel, or understand.
My favorite verse was, I have good plans for you, plans for a good hope and a good future for you. And so I was struggling with that, because I didn't think that was a very good plan, that for me to lose my daughter, and it was so precious to me. And I had to focus on all the things that God has given me. He's just blessed, poured His blessings out on me. And what kind of child would I be? What kind of child of God would I be if I only love Him, if He only does good things that I want Him to do?
And I think about when I was a little kid, my mom used to go through the house, and she would sing that song, Trust and Obey. And I think for me, it was, I needed something that simple. I needed something that simple to hang on to be able to do right, to progress through the process. And for me, that was something that was simple and summed up what I needed to be doing. And if I could just do that. But it's been messy, it's been sloppy, it's been desperate, and there's been times where there's been anger, and that's part of the, I think, just part of the process. And it seemed like once He carried me through one challenge that I really struggled with, there'd be one or two other more that were surfacing that had to be dealt with. Not anything smooth. There didn't seem to be anything that just went easy. I know in some aspects I was ready for the other half of the Job story. The Job story was great to show what somebody who's fantastic does with suffering, and I was ready for, let's turn the suffering off and let's get to the part where God pours out his blessings tenfold, and that's not always the case, and in my situation it wasn't. There's a lot of things that are the happy ending, but there's not an ending, and it's not all happy. Sometimes I don't know.